Over the last couple of years, I came to the conclusion that discipline is garbage. And I know this statement might sound crazy, however, let me explain. Imagine you set the goal to go to the gym 4 times every single week for a year. Now you will have a bunch of approaches on how to get there, and discipline can literally be taken out of the equation if you do a couple of things right. You do not have to be disciplined to actually achieve that. For example, if you set an appointment with a friend of yours where you just talk to him every day and you're going to say, all right, this is the time where we're going to go to the gym every day and that's it. And he is waiting for you to be there and you can basically not cancel on him because you guys go together. It's 100,000 times easier to go to the gym. All of a sudden, there's no real decision-making process of whether you should go or should not go. The amount of discipline which is required instantly dropped significantly. Today, I want to show you a couple of shortcuts in dropshipping, how you can stay disciplined without being disciplined. All right, step 1 in dropshipping is getting an accountability partner. This is huge. Doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't have to be a dropshipper even. It just has to be a person who you will talk to every single day and will be telling them, all right, today I'm going to do this and I'm not going to stand up from a table until I am done with this. You have a very specific structured to-do list of the things you're going to do today, this month, this week, whatever. This is something which you need to have. And the person, he can literally go to university. It doesn't matter what he is doing. You just tell him about it. And most people will be glad to do this with you for their goals as well. Number 1, this is going to force you to make a to-do list. Because you tell them every day I'm going to send you a to-do list. Number 2 is you have to finish with that to-do list the same day, no matter what. And what's going to happen very fast is you will be able to make realistic to-do lists. Because in the beginning, you're going to suck at doing to-do lists. And the same exact thing happened to me in the beginning. I planned on doing 25 times more things than I was able to. And then when I told myself, all right, we do not stop work until everything is done, then all of a sudden I had to plan it realistically because I fucked up a couple of times and then I had to sit in the office until like 9 p.m. And at some point I realized, all right, this is not what I'm doing anymore. I do not want to do that again. I set myself realistic goals. And also on my to-do list are only going to be tasks which you can impact. Because a lot of the problems you're going to face in dropshipping are other people's problems as well. For example, you have to contact some customer support of some app and they take half a day to respond or 2 days to respond. Meaning that you cannot have the solution today on your to-do list. The to-do list should be write an email and answer them back instantly if they text back. But you cannot impact them being faster. So with the ability of writing proper to-do lists, you're going to understand very quickly that you waste a shit ton of your time. Because now you look back, what did I do today? And you're going to think about all the tasks you did. And you're basically going to see 80% of them were not really money-making activities, but it was some bullshit, some garbage, which in the moment feels really great. But then when you review it, you can actually tell, all right, that was not quite right. And what you're going to notice as well in dropshipping specifically is it's actually very difficult to have this whole hustle culture, hustle mentality thing where you work for 12 hours per day productively. If you truly think about the tasks you do, you're going to understand that it is very difficult to keep up with a whole week of 12-hour days when you are only doing productive tasks, because there are actually not so many productive things you can even do without waiting for results or waiting for other things. And if done right, if you only think about the money-making activities, in most cases, just going to be a couple of hours per day, which you can even spend on money-making activities. Now, there's one exception, which is TikTok Organic. It's literally scalable by putting in more time, producing more videos, more content. That's the only exception where you can scale your time and also scale money-making activities at the same time. With everything else, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult because you're going to have other caps and you're not going to be able to test like 10 products a day because, for example, your budget is not enough, etc. One more shortcut I want to tell you about. I basically was super unproductive at home and I was really productive when I was just somewhere else. It doesn't matter if I was at a friend's place, in some kind of coffee shop, in some hotel lobby, wherever I was more productive than home. I noticed that I just have to go out and take my laptop and work outside to actually become productive. Just became a habit in the beginning. At this point, we obviously have the office with the employees as well inside of the office, which also, by the way, is a huge thing which holds me accountable and kind of ties me to this place and gets me more productive as well. But anyways, because you're probably not going to get an office yet, what I would recommend is just going to 5-star hotels and working in their lobbies. By far the easiest thing to do. Nobody's ever going to look at you weird because you're there without being a guest. Just go inside, order a coffee for $5, and you basically sit there for 8 hours straight, go out, get lunch, whatever. If you do that, you're going to be in a nicer environment where you can actually focus, where you definitely have good Wi-Fi, no stress, no nothing, and you basically have an office for free. One more thing which happened to me in those hotel lobbies was I felt bad sitting on Instagram because in my head I was thinking that everybody's watching me right now. So I hope you truly take this to your heart and get a person who's gonna hold you accountable. And that's also one of the reasons why our program works so well, because we basically hold our students accountable to actually get things done. And if you also want to become part of our program, you can click the link below, sign up for a call with me, and we're gonna find out if we're a good fit.